Hey guys, welcome to Brian's Man Cave. So, I'm going to be playing some more Impossible Mission. I did a stream on this a while ago, and I didn't get too far. Well, I did actually... Oh, sorry. One sec, I just got to fix my... hate when I do this. There we are. Just want to make sure I can see myself.
The new Keurig Cake Cafe brewer makes any house.
There we go. Yeah, as I was saying, I was playing this before, and I was seeing if I could complete it. Hopefully my computer's going fast enough right now. Just trying to speed it up a bit before I started. And it's on. So let's hope the internet won't fail me. But yeah, I was playing this a while ago. This is supposedly the version that can be completed, as I've talked about this a few times before. The original Impossible Mission that came out for the Atari 7800 in North America could never be completed because it had a bug in it. So this is supposed to be the fixed version of it, but I want to see if I could beat it and see if it actually is. So let me get my chat box out. Let me know if the audio or anything is off. I had to turn it off so I'm not listening to myself while I'm talking. And if everything's okay, we can start playing the game. So let's see here. I ended up with 2 chat windows. Shit. Alright. There we go. Okay, so we're in. Let's see. I don't know why it's always on this screen always seems to be the first one. But then again, I don't know if they actually randomize this or not. Try and get as far as I can without losing any lives. Let me know if it's going slow or... I rebooted my computer, so... You know, sometimes... Oh, jeez. Sometimes this computer starts to get slow. And I think it'll affect the streaming. Let me just check a look. Looks like it's working. Cool. Ah. Hey, it's Rex. What's going on, Rex? Let's see if I can do a little better at this than my last attempt. I got close. But I just died too many times, and you know, you're on a timer in this game, so if you die too many times, you lose. I think you lose a few seconds off the clock each time you die. Like that. Still haven't mastered the jump on this one. Stream quality is good. Perfect. I mean, I definitely noticed improvements on my streams ever since I've been connecting with a wire instead of doing it over the wireless. So hopefully that holds up, and as long as my computer doesn't start to slow down. Good, I got some lifts. I need snoozes. That's what I noticed in this version. The Commodore 64 one, I can go through a lot of the levels without using the snooze option, which is the thing that kind of puts all the robots to sleep. But I find in the 7800 version, there's a lot more times where I feel I have to use it. The elevator sounds loud. How big is this elevator shaft? Oh. Also, isn't this the version that's literally... Yeah, so the 7800 version that was sold in North America, that's the one that cannot be completed. But this one, I found the ROM, and it says it's the fixed version. So I'm hoping it is. I just have to see if I can complete it. You know, I've done it a few times where I've actually gotten as far as you could possibly get before, you know, you just can't get any more pieces, and that's where the bug is, right? You can't find the last, I think, several pieces. I don't know how many pieces you can't find, but they're hidden behind things you can't search. So the bug is supposed to, the fix is supposed to stop that. And you should be able to find everything and put the pieces all together. But I have completed this game to a point where I've found everything, and it seems like it's running slow. There. And you know, that's about as far as you can get it with the real NTSC version. Apparently the PAL one you can complete. Nope, this one. Again, I find this easier on the Commodore 64 one. Because of the sound chip. I just find that they all sound almost the same. It's probably as far as I can get on this. That starts to get too hard. Everything sounds the same. And if you're tone deaf, you'll never be able to beat that. Oh no! Ah, crap. Fell right off the thing. Gotta reset the lift. Come on, turn around. There we go. Yeah, they're exactly the same sound. I mean, that's what it feels like. I also find putting the puzzle pieces together in this one's a little bit harder. I don't know if it's just because of the graphics or what. Like, there's a few things I find that's a little bit harder on this one. Or maybe I'm just so used to the Commodore one. I was going to say Intellivision. The Commodore one. That, this one's just foreign to me. I don't know. Whoa, no! I find this room I often have to put the robot to sleep. So, it's always one of those robots that charge at you like that. And be like literally impossible to get. Every time you go near, like that last one. I don't know how I would get that. Because every time he looks at you, he charges towards you. I have to jump. Oh no! Gotta make the jumps. Oh, that was close. They were different enough. Okay. So I'm gonna put the robot to sleep on this. Snooze. Probably nothing. Yeah, exactly. So, kind of like what I was saying on it when I did the stream on this before, that you can always take the risk and not search and hope that there's nothing there. That's your only other option if you don't have any snoozes left and you can't put them to sleep. And yeah. Oh, he's one of these guys. He only shoots when he sees you. He stops moving. I have a feeling I'm going to lose a few lives on this level. I don't know why. Nothing there, nothing there, and oh, a lift. Okay. It's all about the timing. Oh, this guy goes fast. There's gonna be a lot of jumping here. Ooh, thought I had it. There was a piece there. Now, I don't know if I was... Yeah, I think I have to get back up. Ah! Crud. Oh no. Now the lift is up there. Oh wait, it's supposed to be there. Oh crap. Can't get back up. Oh well. I'm gonna have to reconnect. Before this I was watching one of your 2600 streams, Keystone Keepers. Oh yeah. That's like probably one of my most favorite Atari 2600 titles. I think it's got like some of the best, you know, graphics, and the character moves so well and jumps so well. Yeah, that game was like the main reason I wanted my Atari 2600 during the time when they were being sold again. Just for that game. Okay, I'm gonna have to put this. This is another room. I always have to put the robot to sleep. Certain rooms I'm finding in it, I always have to do it. Let's get down, get down. Can't believe I went through the effort to install a composite video mod for my 7800 and build a new controller, and I don't want to play anything for it. Well, sometimes that's the fun part, is just making the mod. Getting it all set up and ready to go. This is Elvin's room. I don't need to search that one yet. I have to remember, it's right smack in the middle. If I manage to get all the pieces. Have to keep a mental note. Okay, here I can cross over and continue on the this elevator shaft. Ball. Yeah, I don't mind playing on the 7800 once in a while. Sometimes it's nice to just set it up and just to have the option that if you want to use it for your 2600 games as well. I think the 7800 could have been a contender against the NES format. Yeah. I think if it got released when it should have, I think it would have been out before the Nintendo hit North America. Poor management was one problem. Another thing was, you know, by the time it came out, the majority of the games for it were the classic arcade games, and I think a lot of people were like, either, you know, they were kind of done with those games, or they already had other systems that played them, and so trying to sell somebody, and plus the 5200 came out, and so trying to sell somebody some of those games at that point in time where everybody was already, you know, they were kind of done with them and they wanted new stuff. They wanted different games. They didn't want Centipede and Pac-Man and Donkey Kong. They wanted, you know, Super Mario Brothers and Zelda, and that's what starts, you know. Yeah, no new sound hardware. It was delayed due to dirty. Yeah, well, was it Jack Trammell was the guy who kind of put it on hold and didn't want to put it out there, and he wanted to focus on the Atari computer. Yeah, well, that was the other thing with Atari, not really giving their programmers any credit, and kind of being hard on them all the time, and treating them like they were just, the programmers were no different to them than the person putting the saran wrap over the games, or the packaging over the games or whatever. To them, the programmers were just another step in the system, and they weren't treated like, a little bit more respect for the fact that they're the ones putting out the stuff, creating the stuff, doing the hard work essentially. I mean, the rest were just salesmen. It was all just sales, trying to sell. But it was the programmers that were working really hard to get these games on the shelf, especially around Christmas time when they had to get things going. Yeah, well, that's it. Atari was in the arcade mindset, and again, it comes to poor management in that they didn't understand the gaming world. You got all these like old people that didn't understand video games, and they're like, the kids want video games. Who cares what it is? Just get the video games. And that's all it was. Like, to them, it was like, who cares if there's like a million Centipedes already released? Let's release another one because the kids like Centipede, MVL Gaming. What's going on, man? Playing some impossible mission. I think that guy's gonna shoot. So I don't know if I should risk it. He's gonna charge at me, that's for sure. Whoa! I find there's always close calls in this game. It's the same today. Programmers are treated like burnable garbage until they break. And then the publisher... Yeah, well, now we got another problem where it's become a lot easier to create games, and there's almost like an oversaturation of games again. And so it's not like in the past where programmers were a little more harder to come by. To find good programmers today, there's so many ways to create Nintendo games and the phone games and all that stuff. And oh! Activision is not a good company. They're successful. Those circles didn't necessarily overlap. Activision was a good company. I don't know what happened to them. I don't know where they started to go wrong. Maybe a lot of the key people left, damn it. Fried. Maybe a lot of the good people left, I don't know. Became too corporate, maybe? That ruins things too. When companies get too big and they go corporate and more corporate greed. Don't actually have a 7800. I wanted to get one a while back to play 26 games. Yeah, well that's the good thing, is that they made it backwards compatible, and that totally makes sense. I think that's why originally the 7800 was supposed to come out earlier, but it didn't. And then we got, I think the 5200 came out, which I don't know if that really was a success or not. I don't think it was. A lot of marketing behind it, but... Okay, this guy's gonna be a pain in the butt. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna have to be fast. Run, run, run. I like these guys that are kind of slow. I have to mod it for composite or S-video, and the same can be done with the 2600. Yeah, I've seen people modding like in televisions and ColecoVisions as well, so they can just plug it into the RCA and stuff. I mean, for me, in most cases, I'm playing my real Atari on the on an old CRT TV anyways. Okay, this guy's gonna be next to impossible. There's no way I'll get that. Let's see if I have a snooze. Yay, snooze. Okay, run. Good. There's a piece there. I didn't waste the snooze. Oh, I thought I had composite video out for some reason. Never had one. I can play the 2600 fine by rail cable, but it's not ideal. Depending, I think it also depends on the TV you're plugging into, right? If you're plugging into the bigger flat screens, that's where it becomes problems. Ah, jeez. Also, the other thing is if you're plugging into a TV that you still want to use as a TV, that's not going to happen unless you use the switch box. Or you have to keep unplugging cables, which really sucks. Yeah, I had to put this guy to sleep. And let me guess, nothing, of course. Oops. I normally capture 2600 games through a DVD recorded aerial in. Oh, this level. This one I find I often have to put the robots to sleep as well. That guy at the top might be a problem. Actually, I'm pretty certain that guy at the top is going to be a problem. This guy's a problem too. He's standing in the worst spot. Whoa. Thought I was going to run right into him. Crap. Damn it. I don't know how I can get in there with him standing there. Maybe I should take a risk and see if this one is just an empty. Those top two are nothing. But I'll have to remember that. Whoa. Okay. I used to capture 26 through my VCR, converting the RF to composite S-video or capture card. Play 26 on Atari on my iPhone while watching you guys too. I used to play. I used to have the Activision app, which was the original Activision games on my iPhone, but apparently it doesn't work. The software doesn't work on the newer iPhones or something like that, so I couldn't put it on my new iPhone, which is just like an iPhone 7. So it only worked on my old iPhone. But I didn't have a controller or anything, so I had to use the, what do you call it? Touchscreen thing. Okay, how am I going to get through that guy? Well, that's not fair. Does this go up? Oh, there we go. Oh man, this is going to be a challenge. Okay. There we go. Piece of cake. I just gotta wait for this guy to go by. Not that it matters, but I'm Ryan. Just noticed my daughter changed my YouTube sign-in to her name. I still have that downloaded on my own iPhone 4. I've just kept that for activation. Yeah, that was what I had. The iPhone 4, I think I had. Stream Rec 2000. What's going on? Yeah, I still need to do the rest of the shaft. I have to remember that bottom one there, just in case I need to come back. Hopefully I can get some snoozes. Oops. Shoot. That's if I don't die. I've been dying too many times. Not as bad as I was the last time I played this. I think the last time I played this I was pretty rusty at it. Ah, I didn't want to push up there. That was stupid. What are you drinking? I'm drinking Canadian Club. Fine Canadian whiskey. Oh crap. Okay, is that guy... Does that guy shoot over? He shoots over there. Ah! That's not going to be easy at all. There's no way. Okay, that one I can probably get. If I'm fast. Alright. Maybe I should check and see if I have a snooze. Okay. Okay, gotta be fast. Nothing. Ah, of course. Nothing. Oh. Very stereotypical. I'm always drinking coffee? Well, I used to drink coffee. Coffee was a morning thing for me, though. I had to switch to tea, though. Coffee was just giving me stomach problems. And I found out that coffee apparently is very hard on your stomach, so I was like, ah, crap. Maybe because it's all beans. I don't know. So how's it going? Fun fact, Impossible Mission 2 had an unlicensed NES port. Yeah, Epics. I have that one. That's a great one. They made it unlicensed due to Nintendo seeing it not being good for kid-friendly console. Yeah, I played the NES one for a while until I completed it. I find the second one is a little more, well, maybe because I'm, you know, not used to it. Didn't play it as much. I did, I remember playing it on the Commodore 64, but I didn't own it myself. Ooh, that was very close. My friend owned it, so I played it at his house. I probably even borrowed it from him. I find the second one gets a little bit harder. Ah, there's nothing there. Am I at the bottom of the shaft? Speaking of which, Nintendo was saying that the NES is supposed to be kid-friendly. Makes me wonder why Nintendo decided to accept the Terminator games. Yeah, I don't know what they mean sometimes by kid-friendly. I mean, I guess if you compare it to, say, some of those more violent games where it's all blood and guts or something, I don't know. Ah. definitely something like Mario Brothers is pretty kid-friendly. Castlevania, I don't know. I guess that's, you know, that's a little bit subjective there. Some people might not like it because of the symbol, what is it, the symbolism in it. Don't forget Dirty Harry. Yeah, the Die Hard games, Dirty Harry. Darn. Starting to lose a lot more. How's my time? 2:27. Okay. I think I'm doing okay. See, the Atari never had that problem of being like, is it for whatever, you know, E-rating kind of stuff, because the graphics were so damn blocky it didn't matter, even though they did have the porn games. But those are more, I mean, they're still a joke. Kids probably wouldn't even understand understand what they were looking at anyways. I'm gonna fall. I knew it! Damn it. I always have a hard time on this one, too. Keep putting them to sleep. I mean, technically the Atari had games that you had to rape people. I mean, that's... But those games you typically had to buy from someone behind the counter, or they probably sold them in porn shops and stuff. Like, you didn't go into Kmart or wherever and buy a porn game for the Atari. Just didn't happen. They also had the seal of quality, which made it, yeah, seal of quality. Okay, this guy, you have to go here. Alright, this one you have to go down. I think I'm stuck. Yeah, I'm stuck. Unless I can put them to sleep. I won't be able to get back up, but they're dying. Oh no! Darn it. Well, I guess it doesn't matter now. Oh, jeez. So, I mean, sometimes the robots in this one are a lot harder than on the Commodore 64. A lot more in positions where you just can't get around them. Yeah, I always wondered why why this game was never on the Nintendo. Like, why they had part 2 but they didn't have part 1. Why would you start with... Oh, geez, he shoots. That sucked. How am I going to get around him? That is how. Uh-oh. I hope that top I can get through. Let's license them at electrical standards. So the game could suck, who cares? That wasn't important. Blues Brothers game. Was that on Nintendo or Super Nintendo? Blues Brothers. I thought that was a Super Nintendo game. Although there's a lot of Nintendo games I just kind of snuck by and I didn't even notice existed. Jeez. 3:32. I'm running out of time. Oh no. Oh no! What am I gonna do? Okay, I'm gonna make this guy go way over there. And I'm gonna run. There we go. It's like solving a puzzle sometimes to beat these levels. You have to figure out how to outsmart the robot. Whether it fries your game console or catches on fire. Yeah, that's not good. Buy a brand new game, come home, put it in your Nintendo, and your Nintendo catches on fire? That's probably a good reason to go with the seal of quality. Ah, Hey, no swear gamer. Yeah, supposedly, this is what it said anyways. It said that this is the one that can be completed, so that's why I want to see if... Oh, I gotta pay attention to the sound here. That's why I'm like, I want to try and get to the end here. See if it's true. Just want to make sure I get a snooze. Ooh, that was hard. Okay, so that one, that one. Yay! So let's get out of here. Again, subject to I wouldn't mind playing combat for 2600. And it's almost as basic as yeah. It's just too bad that combat's only a 2-player game. It'd be nice if it had an AI. Crap. Can I jump over that guy? Let's do it. It would be nice if it had an AI and stuff, but you know, some of the earlier Atari games, like the 78, a lot of them didn't have that function. It's kind of like the Intellivision. A lot of the 2-player games on the Intellivision were only 2-player. So if you didn't have a second player, too bad. Okay, I think I got everything. Now there was 2 rooms, I think, that I didn't get. Let's see if I can go back. I hate when I forget which rooms I didn't get. I think it was like here? Yeah, this one. So let's see if I have a snooze. Okay. No! No! Ah, crap, I ruined it. Damn. Ah, jeez. Okay, so I just gotta hope that there's no puzzle pieces in there. Darn it. I think I also missed a room in the beginning, too. There was one room with 2 pieces, but there was a lot of pieces in that room. A friend of mine gave me a cart he made with the fixed version. One day I'll complete it for the 70. Yeah, I almost considered buying Possible Mission. It was like $40 the guy was asking. And, well, American. And I'd have to like convert that and pay for the shipping and stuff. Correct orient. That's most pieces. That's see if I can put the puzzle together. So first thing I gotta do is always correct them. so which ones did I correct? I don't know if I have enough. Did I correct those ones? I don't think it tells you if you corrected them. On the Commodore, unless... Crap. Alright. On the Commodore 64, it puts a little orange bar beside them to tell you that they've been corrected. Doing this just makes it you have to oh, there is a bar. Okay, there's that bar there. Doing it this way, then you don't have to like try and figure out the orientation of the piece. You can just try and find out which ones fit together. You know, I was almost considering picking up the C64 Mini. Now that it's gone down in price, it's like the Walmart that I go to. I know they've put it down to the $30 price, like $29.99. But when I went there last time, they were sold out of them. So I don't know if that means that they'll never have them again or what. Because like they used to be $100. I'm like, I'm not paying $100 for you know, a Commodore 64 emulator. Like I got one on my computer. Okay. Trying to correct the pieces. I know using the phone actually takes up your time too, so you gotta be careful with the phone. No quality seal of approval. Yeah, I remember renting a lot of Nintendo games back in the day and being like, what is this crap? Like, so glad I didn't buy this. I had a VIC-20. Cool. Yeah, the VIC-20 was made by Commodore. It's the same computer, just had less memory and a slightly different basic operating system. But yeah, it's the same. It's pretty much the Commodore 64 uses the same body as the VIC-20, just a slight different color. VIC-20s were like usually white, and the Commodore 64 was kind of like a tan color. But yeah, the 64 had like 64, what was it, 64,000 K or something like that, and the VIC-20 only had like very little, like nothing. You had to get that little, I don't know if it was like a cartridge or expansion piece. You put it in to give it more memory. And it didn't have the sprite capability that the Commodore 64 has. Like Commodore 64 could create sprites and all that stuff. The VIC-20 doesn't do that. So when you play games on the VIC-20, it's actually like characters or something like that, like keyboard characters. That's why the games look a lot blockier on the VIC-20. A lot of the VIC-20 games were actually just word games or text-based games. Like all my games on Commodore are on cassettes. Ugh. That's rough, man. The cassette takes a lot longer to load up a game too. I never had the cassette player. I remember I went into a Goodwill, or I think it was a Goodwill or one of those thrift shops a long time, like very long time ago, and they had a tape deck and a bunch of games for sale for pretty, you know, fair price. But I didn't pick it up because I was like I'm pretty much only gonna ever use the disk drive. But I thought I should have still picked it up. But oh well, gone now. When I bought my the Atari 400, the guy that sold it to me, he threw in the tape drive as well, but he said it's not working. Like there's something, I don't know, maybe a band or something inside that's loose or needs replacing. So let's see if I can. But I don't have any games for it anyway, so I don't really care. Like taped games. Do those two go together? Um, maybe? Watch me get to a point where I'm like missing like the very pieces that I didn't get. Then I'm in trouble. Because I don't have... yeah, probably the rotted belt. That's probably what it... I remember he mentioned something about a belt. That's not... no. Okay, were there any Commodore 64 multi-carts out there? That's a good question. I don't know. I know there was like discs and stuff that you'd buy with multiple games on it, but cartridges? I don't know. Okay. Pretty sure I saw something that would fit. Oh. No. Is that gonna work? No. That's... no, not gonna work. Okay, so that's that little thing at the top there. Let's see if that's that. Sometimes it makes it look like it's gonna fit, but then it actually doesn't. It just wastes your time. Oh, that can't go there, could it? Oh, that looks like it's gonna fit. So I just gotta look for that piece now. Do I have it? Or is that a piece I didn't get? That would really suck if I'm missing one piece. Or I didn't do that right. I thought I saw something with that zigzag thingy. Oh wait. Pretty sure I saw that too. It's always the part that takes the longest. There. Yeah, I knew I saw that. Okay, whoops. I might have done this one wrong. Here we go. There it is. Alright. We got one. I'm gonna trash that, just in case I did that wrong. Okay, this I saw... pretty sure I saw something like that. Or was it that? Grow up. I hope I'm not missing pieces. Is that going there? Yay. How about in television multi-carts? No, triple action does not count. Yeah, it's technically it's one game. Triple action is kind of like, you know, the same kind of concept as like Combat and all them, where there was multiple games in there, but it's all the same game. You know, Combat had the biplanes kind of thing, and various other styles of games within the game. Be nice if they came out with Atari 5200 and 7800 minis so you could... Yeah, well, you know, that's kind of what I was saying with the Retron 77, is that there was an opportunity to make a system that could potentially play all three, you know, popular Atari systems. Or if anything, at least 7800. I have a feeling I'm missing pieces. Totally feel like I'm missing pieces. But I don't have a snooze. The LTO flash. Yeah, there you go. Put all the ROMs into one cartridge and never have to switch a cartridge again. Ah, crap. Okay. Is this corrected? I guess this one's not corrected. Well, there's that other option where I can ask if there's enough pieces to solve the upper left puzzle. Yeah, the good thing about the flash cart too is that... Oh yeah, so that wasn't corrected. You can also put some like homebrews and stuff on there. I almost considered picking the flash cart for the Atari. I think that was all wrong. Just to grab some games that you can't currently get anymore, like Princess Rescue. Because you can't buy that game unless you buy somebody's copy of it. But you can't buy a new one of it. Well, that looks like that goes there. And... no, that's not... I wonder if that's... oops. Turn it yellow. Nope. Crud. Okay. Let's try it again. I'm going to take the A piece there. What looks like an A shape. I could do it too. Ah. There we go. What's the password? Alligator? I know the password, just let me in now. Let me beat the game, please. Gotta look for what this is. Maybe it's that. Maybe it's that. Not that? No. Wait, no, no. Thought it might be that. Let's call and see if a solution exists. If not, I'm in trouble. Need more pieces? Uh-oh. That ain't good. Maybe those last few pieces, those things I didn't search, have the puzzle in there. Which means I'm in trouble. The original game.com had 2 cart slot multi-cart. Yeah, I think I'm missing pieces. Let's go back. Oops. Okay. I think I'm in trouble. I had to use up too many snoozes, maybe. Uh-oh. That ain't good. If I can remember, I think it was in the first. I also have to find that room where I can try and get myself some snoozes. Even though it's going to be really hard. Which one did I miss? I think this is the room with the... yeah. Eep. Oh, jeez. Crap. Okay, this one? Ah. Too tone deaf for this. Let's try another one. Okay. Phew. Did I get a snooze? Or a lift? Okay, I got a snooze. Ugh. Okay. So I need to go... find me a gifted music student who played piano when they were 3. Somebody has an ear for music. Where am I going? I can't get through this way. Ugh. Need to find a passing room. Up there. Damn! Every time I lose a life, it's killing my time. $4.53. Okay. I don't remember. Okay, the first one I got. Thought there was one room where I didn't grab everything in it. I just didn't destroy my hearing by listening to music of dubious quality at maximum volume. Yeah, that's my problem. I listen to too much loud music. Too much. Cranking the volume. Turn you bad 90s rap. What was I listening to in the 90s? I don't even know. Kurt Cobain? Maybe, I don't know. Okay, I know I missed something somewhere. I think I should have just jotted it down. That would have made life easier if I just wrote it down and said, I didn't get from this room. I got from that one, I know that. Maybe I should just go with the one I know that I missed. I blame Snow, he's from Canada. Yeah. He's from my neck of the woods, isn't he? I think he was also Toronto. Oh, jeez, it fell down the hole. You gotta be kidding me. Hey, we got James Campbell. What's going on, buddy? Alright, $2. You're awesome, man. James was always asking me when I was going to get the super chat going. Because he kept wanting to do the super chat. Okay, I gotta do this right. No! Come on. No, I did it again. God. I think I'm gonna lose just because of this stupid level. So I don't think it's possible to get up there without him moving, and he's not gonna move. See? He's stuck there, and I can't keep getting snoozes and wasting them. Trying to complete the impossible mission. Yeah, still trying. I got so close this time too. I mean, I got through all of the areas, but there's just 2 levels, I think. There's 2 rooms I can't pass. Can't get to the thing. I wasted all my snoozes. See if I can get another, oh crap, this one also. Can I go up that way, maybe? This game is anti-fun. Yeah, there's probably pieces stuck in that one area and I can't get through it without a snooze. And the other problem is, even with the snooze, I don't jump properly. Which means I'm just wasting it. Okay, where was that room with the ability to try and win myself another snooze? Is it up here? I think it was this one. No, it's not green. Or is it? No. Where is it? Wasn't one of those ones. Crud. Crud, crud. So I have to be very careful when I'm using my snoozes. Because they don't give you too many. Maybe that's her? No. Ah. Is that it? This one? No. Ah. I'm in trouble. Yeah, I've been in every single room. There's 2 rooms, I believe, that I missed items because I couldn't put the robots to sleep. And they're like literally stuck in 2 spots that I cannot pass by. Like, there's just no way. So without getting a snooze... Yeah, 5:30, I'm in trouble. Right. I know there was a second room, I don't remember where it was. Unless it was that one at the very, very end. There was another room that you can try and get yourself some more snoozes. Because the more you do one, the harder the puzzle gets. Oh man. Ah, that's so close. Yay! I think I got a lift though. Hey, alright, Riley. Did I say that right? Riley? Isabel? I think you said you're actually Ryan, was it? Thanks, James. I didn't know how you could do this. Thanks a lot, man. That's like really appreciative. Wasn't expecting that. Ugh. I didn't get a snooze though. Crud! Okay. Thanks a lot, James, for showing people how to do that. I mean, honestly, I probably didn't know how to do it for the longest time before I started to see other channels doing it. It's a nice little feature that they put on YouTube that, because you know, you can monetize the channel, which I I have done. It's just that you make like cents. Like you make a little bit of money. It's very little. I think I've been monetized now for a couple of weeks, like at least a month or something like that. And I think I've, you know, it's just like a few bucks. See if I can beat this. That last one was tough. They're all sounding the same. No way. Not gonna do this. Yeah, I think I'm screwed. Okay. Wait. where's the lowest one? Okay, I think it's that one. Oh. Oh, maybe it's that one. Oh, shoot. It's incredible. I've supported other YouTubers like I like pretty well known streamer, and they've become such a-holes, and so it's either I can't watch them anymore. Oh. Yeah, I guess some people are jerks to begin with, so they put on a show and make it seem like they're nice people, but really when they start to show their true colors, some people might have a free one. Check and see. You might be able to send Brian $2 for free. I get a free one eBay month. Huh. I never knew that. I might need to get some graph paper. Yeah. Now I know I'm not good at like things like tuning my own guitar and stuff like that. I've always been bad at that. I always have to use a guitar tuner. So this type of stuff's never been good for me. That's why usually I only go for the first 3 rounds and then I quit. Because it just gets too hard. Also helps to have a good memory. It's like playing Simon Says. I think I'm done. Darn it. Okay. Hey, Transformers and video games. Do any hunting today, M? I know M likes to do a lot of treasure hunting in the garage sales, flea markets and stuff. He actually doesn't live too far from me either. Come on. Alright, I give up. Yeah, I don't think I can complete it because I just can't get those final pieces. Oh well. See if I can put some more puzzle pieces together. Probably the ones I've been trying to put together are the ones I'm missing. I don't know if that fits there. Kind of looks like it fits there. I swear I feel like somewhere there are aliens that make a bunch of racist jokes about our planet Earth. I don't have cable, so you folks are my entertainment TV. Actually, that's becoming more and more common today. Is they don't have cable. I know a lot of people that don't have cable. Yes, sir, I did. I will be uploading my latest toy and video game hunt tomorrow. Sweet. I'm still bummed about that Zaxxon board game you found that was moldy and stuff. That would have been a good find. Like, I just don't see those old board games anymore. And they wanted too much money for it, and the thing was all like disgusting because they probably had it in a basement with like mold and water and crud down there. It's a shame. Just think of how many people have, how many people actually have like Ataris and stuff like that are sitting in a basement with mold and crap because they just forgot they had it or they just don't care. It's always nice when people can find them and get them out of there and restore them. James doesn't do TV anymore. YouTube is my only source of entertainment. Well, you know, at least not have to worry about too many commercials. I find like with TV, all I ever really watch on TV now is like the news and you know, movies and stuff on the movie channels. But other than that, like a lot of TV shows are just crap. I still have the Super Mario board game somewhere. Oh, that's pretty cool. I didn't even know that one existed until I saw it on the Cinemassacre. James, Board James, I think he played it on. Yeah, I can't bring a moldy board game into the house. No, I wouldn't want to either. It's just a shame that it got ruined, eh? I mean, those games are hard to come by. Like I said on your, I think I said it on your video that I remember going into a thrift shop one time, a long time ago, back when I used to do most of my thrift hunting, and somebody beat me to a Zaxxon board game. I saw him walking around. However, I did find the Donkey Kong card game, which is really cool. I'm glad I was able to snap that up. You guys would like to find stuff like those Zaxxon board games, but me, I want to find a game that's so utterly obscure that the guy who sells it might as well be the only copy in existence. It's all crap. Hollywood is all crap. Yeah, Hollywood has kind of lost its flair. You ever notice how movies used to be so great in the 80s and today they're just, unless it's superhero or, I don't know. Like, I haven't seen a really good comedy movie in a long time. Back when we had, you know, John Candy, or even when Chevy Chase and Dan Aykroyd were all young, that's when, you know, there was a lot of great movies. And we just don't get them anymore. We just, I don't know. Frogger board game. Oh yeah, I remember seeing that. I don't know if I saw your video or not, but I definitely seen somebody playing one, or showing one off. How people find some TV shows fun. Well, you know, with the TV too, also, we went through a phase where it was all reality TV. I'm finding a lot of the reality TV is starting to go away, and now we're getting into more game shows now. Like we got, what is it? We got things like America's Got Talent, American Idol, and then we got all these game shows that are popping up out of nowhere. They brought back that Press Your Luck game, which I always remember watching that a long time ago. That's the one with the squares going around and the people are like, no whammies, and they're like pressing the button, they're like, no whammies, stop, and then if it stops on a whammy, you lose everything. Like, it's funny they brought that back, but they brought back Card Sharks, so they're bringing all these game shows back. And it looks like it's all made by the same people who made like Deal or No Deal and Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. They even made some game, I forgot the name of it, but it's like a game show where it's like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire and Deal or No Deal all in one. I think it was called The Big Wheel or something. It had a giant wheel that they were spinning. Hey, it's Carlsberg. What's going on? This looks funky. Yeah, it is funky. I've already lost though. I can't complete the game because the robots are blocking my pieces and I can't get the rest of the pieces. So I'm just kind of running around now until my time runs out. It's like 15 minutes. But I definitely cannot complete this one. So I'll have to do it again. I'll have to do another another stream of this one day. I remember that Whammy's game show. Yeah, that I think it was in the 80s. Uh-oh. Pretty certain I was in the 80s, that No Whammies show. I kind of like it. I think it's entertaining. They do like a question answer segment, and then they go to that thing where they can press their luck or, you know, try and win. Some lady had like $500,000 in a new car and everything, and then she went for another round and hit the whammy and lost it all. And then at the end of it, she walked away with like $20,000 or something. Brian, I think we're distracting you too much. Ah, no, you're not distracting me. I think it's just this was just a really tough one to get through because of those robots being in the bad spot. That's the one downside to this game, is that the robots are always different every time you play it, which means like they're randomized. So they can be put into positions where they're literally impossible, which is probably why they've called this game Impossible Mission. I just can't remember where... Oh, it's right here. Jeez. Ugh. I don't like when they're all high-pitched. Oh. I would just say you beat it at this point. Yeah. I just want to be able to beat it to see what it looks like at the end. Because, you know, this game, you know, the cartridge, when I first got it, I didn't even know, well, like when I first bought my 7800, and I knew that this game, the guy selling it on eBay, the 7800, he had a bunch of games with it, and this was one of the games, and I was so excited to try it, and then I found out at that point that it was impossible. And I was bummed out about that because I really wanted to try and complete it and see what it looked like at the end. And I was able to get, you know, so far, but then, you know, where the bug takes over and you can't complete it. So now that this one supposedly can be completed, I'd like to hopefully complete it one day. Just this time I just ran out of snoozes. That's where it's hard, because when you run out of snoozes, you can't really get through. I thought you can't beat this game. No, this is the one that supposedly is the fixed one. So the actual one, the one that was sold in stores, NTSC one, you cannot beat that one. That one has the bug in it. But this one is supposed to be the fixed one. You know, where someone went in and fixed the bug. They got rid of the bug. And you can actually complete this one. Some call it like possible mission or things, something like that. It's kind of like when people do a ROM hack. I guess whatever it was, whatever the little bug was that was hiding things in the wrong spots. I think what it was is they those computers that you log into, I think they were hiding pieces under there. And you can't search those. Yeah. Man, I'm terrible at this. That's definitely the lowest one, right? to start all over again. Exactly. It just sucks that this is the way that the only way that you can actually get those snoozes and lifts is to continuously play this, and it gets harder and harder. So if you get stuck, you're not going to get any further. No, okay. Ugh. Nope. It's just not happening. It's not happening. Ah, I'm going crazy. Yeah, I'll probably do another stream of this again when I feel up to playing this again. Try and eventually beat it. Like I was originally thinking of doing my typical Atari 2600 games today, but then I thought, well, let's give this another crack. I also finally got a way to play some Atari 5200 games. I'm just trying to decide what I actually want to play on the 5200. I mean, a lot of them are the same games that I've already played on other systems. And boom! Mission terminated. Darn new blew up. Why would I choose that? What? Impossible mission board game? That would be weird. That would be weird. I don't know how you'd pull that off. What's interesting is that if I play this on the Commodore 64, I pretty much complete it every single time. But when I play it on the 70, or this one, I always have a hard time. It's just not an easy game. Seems like it's running slow. Ah, of course. This thing's haunting me. I always thought it'd be cool to have a board game on Burger Time. I don't think one exists. I know there's a, what was the other one that was? Popeye. There's a Popeye board game, which looks cool. Come on. Hmm. That's all she wrote on that one. A board game based on Air Raid for the 2600. They're actually making a board game, Space Invaders. Looks alright. I remember seeing something about a Space Invaders game, like a board game where you... It was almost like looked like a piece of graph paper in a sense, and I don't know, it looked pretty cool. Like, they use, like, you know, when you get, like, what is it, like in Yahtzee or anything where you get that, like, pad of paper with a grid on it. You can actually play, like, Space Invaders board game. I don't know, I don't think it's, like, something you can get in stores. I think it's, like, one of those only through special order, through the people that make it. I saw an ad for it and I thought it looked really cool. Or maybe it was a GoFundMe thing, I don't know. Space Invaders dice game. That'd be pretty neat. Oh. Thing with Space Invaders is it's because they, you know, they're advancing on you. It's kind of like with Tetris, you know. It's all about the way that the game is advancing downward, which makes it a little bit harder to replicate in board game style because it is a game of, like, speed coming at you. But, you know, there's different ways to replicate it. I found that, like, some of the older board games that were based on video games, they didn't put a whole lot of thought into them. Like, I have the Donkey Kong one, and, I mean, honestly, it's pretty much just like snakes and ladders in a sense. Or, you know, roll dice, move token, roll dice, move token. There isn't a whole lot more going on. The card game is pretty cool. But the Donkey Kong board game, it's really not a lot. Like, you're just literally rolling the dice, moving your Mario token, and hoping you don't get hit by a barrel. I remember when I was a kid, I had a Q*bert board game, which was pretty cool. And it was like in that, okay, that guy's gonna be impossible. Oh, did I start over? Yeah, I just kind of started again. I don't know if I'm going to continue on the full ways or... Yeah. I just thought I'll just play a little bit more. Just to get some practice playing it. Okay, I gotta put this guy to sleep because he's gonna be... Ah. But I do remember the Q*bert game, and it was like... Ugh. It had the pyramid board. You put these little pegs in, and then it had like dice and stuff. It was not bad. I also have the Legend of Zelda board game, which is okay. I am missing a few pieces, so I had to, like, recreate them. But even with the Zelda board game, it's literally just putting down tiles on the board and rolling the die, flipping them over. Yeah, the Zelda board game was pretty cool. When I found that in a thrift shop too. I didn't even know it existed. I just walked in one day and it was in the toy section. I'm like, holy crap, a board game on Zelda? No way. But it is missing a few of the cards. It's a very simple game. I think it's even a one player too. Yeah, I'm doing much more horrible. I think it's only a one player game too. Or if it is two players, you don't do much. Alright, take care, James. Thanks again for the super chat. A lot of jumping involved here. Yeah, I've already lost, like, way too many times that I'd even, like... Zelda would work too, I think, any RPG. Yeah, I think there's a lot of potential for a Zelda board game. I remember seeing, oh, there's a slight chance No Swear Gamer might stream. Cool. I remember seeing somebody, they made their own Link to the Past, the Zelda Link to the Past board game, which looked pretty cool. But I think what they did was they borrowed the mechanics from another board game to create it. So it's like you're kind of playing this other board game, which just got the look and feel of Zelda. And another board game that's pretty fun that I remember having, I actually still have now. It's not a board game, but it's Mad Magazine had a game, a board game. I should take a look at that. Maybe I should do a video on that. That might be fun, because Mad Magazine is announced that they're closing down. There's not going to be Mad anymore. I used to love those books. Alfred E. Newman, and Spies vs. Spy, and I have a Tetris board game, as well as a modern Centipede and Missile. Yeah, I've seen those newer ones, the Missile Command and Centipede ones. I think Tetris, wasn't it? Yeah, you got the Mad board game. It's an interesting game. Like, isn't it where the goal is to lose, not win? You're not supposed to win, you're supposed to lose, like the first person to lose or something like that. It's been a while since I actually looked at it. That's impossible, you'll never pass that. Wasn't Tetris originally based off a board game? Like, didn't the creator of Tetris get inspired by a board game or something? There's a Blockos game, which is kind of similar to a Tetris style as well. We're using like pieces that look kind of like Tetris. Well, if you stream at the No Swear Gamer, I'll watch. You got me hooked on all these retro YouTube sites. I blame you. Blame the No Swear Gamer. He started this. Yeah, No Swear Gamer was one of the YouTube channels I used to watch. Well, I always still watch, but was one of the channels I was watching before I even started mine. The thing I like about No Swear Gamer's channel is I like how he gets really in depth with the game. Like, he breaks the game down into all aspects and talks about every area. And gives like a tutorial, like, you know, it's not just a review, but it's also kind of a run-through of how to play the game. Which is very handy, because a lot of these old games, you can't get manuals for them, or even if you do get the manual, sometimes the manual is confusing, so it's always good to have someone just kind of go over stuff, and you just pick it up a lot faster. So pretty much, if there's a video game that I'm trying to figure out how to play, I always look for No Swear Gamer's video first to see if he's done it. And if it's an Atari game, he's probably done it. Oh, toasted. What's my time, like 4? 2:40. Hey Brian, what would your reaction be if you were to suddenly literally just find a board game based off of Z-Tac? What? No idea. Not a clue. Found me by searching for Secret Quest. Oh, is that the video I did recently? I think I did. Did I only do one video on I think I did. Just recently. It wasn't that long ago. I know I did a Secret Quest video. Ah! done over 250 2600 games. I still have another 200 or so to go. Jeez. Yeah, well, the 2600 did have a lot of games, so that does make sense. I think this was the other level that I... No, maybe not. I don't know. Yeah, this is just a... There's no way that this is a serious game because I've lost so many times. Let's go search Alvin's room. Hey Alvin, you in there? Hello? No? Not gonna talk to me? I like on the, in the Commodore 64 version, if you go to the door and you search it, it says nothing here. Because you can't open the door until you got the password. Can't get the password unless you get all the pieces. Can't get all the pieces because the game's broken. Whatever. Yeah, like when I first started watching YouTube gamers, I think I originally stumbled upon the Angry Video Game Nerd, which I thought some of his stuff was funny. I really enjoyed watching a lot of his Nintendo videos. But you know, some of them were just okay. Some of them he just went a little bit too far. Too much over trying and stuff. And a lot of those videos are not fully genuine. Like, I think it's more for entertainment value. And then I started to find other YouTubers. That's when I started to, you know, watch a little bit of Metal Jesus Rocks, and then through Metal Jesus I started to watch John Hancock, and then, you know, that's when more and more things start to pop up on your, you know, who you want to watch, and, you know, then the No Swear Gamer, and then, you know, all these other YouTubers started to pop up in my thing, and I started watching and watching. And even then, I never thought I was ever going to start my own channel. Like, it was just not in my cards. I was like, I liked watching them, but I didn't think I'd start a channel. The idea or the thought of having to, like, know how to create videos and edit them and all that stuff was kind of frightening in the beginning there. Didn't think I could do it. Like, I did it in school a long time ago, but... I kind of created Brian's Man Cave as part of a side project for something else, and then I realized I kind of enjoyed making the videos, so just kept going. AVGN did Frankenstein's Monster, and Friday Night Arcade did it, and both didn't like it. Yeah. Frankenstein's Monster, it's okay. It's kind of like a Pitfall game. Mark went nuts and turned it into Buy My Book, the YouTube channel. Oh, Classic Game Room. Yeah, I used to watch that one too. I liked watching him. I liked his, you know, some of his videos were actually pretty good. It's just, you know, I see what you mean. Yeah, he started to turn more into just trying to sell merchandise and like mugs and books and all that stuff. Because I understand, like, it is, if you're going to try and make a living off of YouTube, you can't just do it just purely through the videos. You have to sell stuff. Like, I mean, you have to get into the whole thing. You have to be selling yourself constantly if you want to if you want to make a living off of it. Whereas people like me and No Swear Gamer and Willie from Arcade USA, we all do this for fun, and you know, if we can make a little bit of money to put back into it, that's cool. But we all have full-time jobs. Like, you got to work. You can't live off of this. Brian, you have a supernatural, easy feel to your videos. Well, yeah, thanks. I mean, that was one thing I kind of thought about when I was gonna make my own channel. I'm like, do I want to create a personality and try and pretend I'm somebody I'm not? Do I want to script them? Do I want to, like, you know, go through the whole production? And I thought, hell with it. I'm just going to be myself. I'm just going to turn the camera on. I'm just going to do what I do. This is what I do. put the camera in front of my face and go. I don't script anything. I might take notes, put the notes down while I'm talking, but I don't script anything, and I don't... pretty much all the videos you see of mine are no different than if I would have done them live. I mean, other than the fact that I might do a couple of takes and delete the take and then try again. Bigger channels got hit hard when Google destroyed the monetization system. Well, Google's been doing a lot of changes. It's actually kind of scary, like, for thinking of some of the people, like, I remember RGT85, watching him before he was really doing it seriously, like, before he was making all the money. And, you know, he's now doing it full time, and I'm like, that's a little bit of a risk, because YouTube just has to change one thing, and it can screw you over. Yep, it's hard to make money on YouTube. Got 1,000 views. Great. There's a whole dollar. I know. Yeah, tell me about it. And I mean, my videos don't get the 1,000 views. My videos typically range around the 100 views. Some of them don't even make 100 views. I got some very rare videos that actually are in the hundreds, or, well, beyond, say, 500 views. I got, like, a few videos that are, like, very few that actually hit the 1,000 views. And, well, for whatever reason, my RoboCop video hit 2,000 views, which is weird. I never thought that was going to do that, but that's, like, the most I got. Like, you know, it can be discouraging, sure. You go and you look and you're like, most of my videos are like 100 views, 130 views, you know, whatever, 37 views. Then you go and you look at other YouTubers and they're like 5,000 views, or, you know, even, you know, some of the girls, they get on there and they look pretty and they just get 1,000 views right off the bat. They don't even have to try. So it can be kind of discouraging when you're doing this type of thing. What's scary about YouTube is they could shut your channel down at any moment and there's no one... Yeah, that's another thing. Also, what I've been noticing, like, I watched this one YouTuber, Tipster, and he was doing a lot of things about what is it, the copyright thing, where people could just go on and just strike your video, or, well, not strike it, they can claim your video, and you either don't get monetized or they start getting a piece of your monetization, only because they put a claim on. And then you have to dispute it, and then it's up to YouTube. My views dropped from a few hundred per video down to half a damn dozen. I figured it was time to quit, so I deleted all my videos going back to 10 plus years. Whoa, that's rough. Yes, I'm not as pretty as the girls. Yeah, you know, I've seen, you know, I remember seeing this one person, I'm not going to say who, but I remember seeing this one girl, and she just started her channel, and I looked at it, and she was doing a gaming channel, and within less than 3 months, she was already over 1,000 subscribers. And I was like, what the hell? How do you start your channel and get over 1,000 subscribers? Most of us, it took us years to get to 1,000 subscribers. And there's still people, and I see a lot of YouTubers, like a lot of gaming YouTubers and stuff, and they've been doing it for like way more than 2-3 years, and they're still haven't hit the 1,000 subscribers. But then this girl, she just starts her channel and boom. Now she's probably closer to like 5,000. Yeah, you know, it's worse is with someone... Well, some people, I think what they do is they just make claims and hope you don't dispute it so they can start making money off your videos. And they hope that YouTube won't do anything about it. Copyright troll groups, yeah. Claim videos like it's free real estate. It's just like, it's kind of like... those YouTube girls selling bath water. Yeah, that's pretty disgusting. I've been following that a little bit. I saw that on Twitter and I'm like, oh my goodness, like, but the girl's like, her channel, that girl that's selling the bathwater, I mean, that's all she is. She's just selling her body. It's pretty disgusting anyways. You know, who'd buy bathwater? But yeah, these people that make the fake claims are pretty scary. That anybody could just go on your channel and say, that's copyrighted content and I'm putting a claim here. I mean, you don't get the copyright strike, which is good, but you get the claim, which means you don't monetize. And then it's like, well, now, say you do make your money off of YouTube, that video that you put all that work into is not going to make you any money, or make maybe into like just a percentage or something. And then it kind of makes you feel like, well, why even bother keeping the video up there? He claimed your video because he had his own video of River Raid. Did that even last? Like, were you able to get that removed? I'm as beautiful as any young woman. Yeah. I think even Smash JT, another good YouTuber, he did a joke video kind of thing. I didn't actually end up watching it, but I remember seeing his thumbnail where he was sitting there topless. And he's like, you know, that's what it takes to get views. I'm going to do it. Fortunately, I don't think a lot of people go for the dad bod. I've reviewed Impossible Mission on the 7800 time to claim this video. Oh crap. Well, pretty much, if that's the case, no swear gamer, then you can pretty much claim most of my videos. I had to appeal his claim and wait about a month. Ugh. That's horrible. I mean, the thing is, though, the reality usually is that you make most of the money, I believe, when you launch the video. So as long as it doesn't get claimed right away, you're going to get a lot of the money from when you launch it, and then after that, it's just, unless the game gets like picked up on an algorithm somewhere, or, you know, for whatever reason it becomes a hot topic, and then all of a sudden your video starts getting shared more, then that might happen. But in that month, most views occurred, right? Yeah, so that's the thing you gotta worry about. You know what was weird was when it's not only just the people doing the content claims, it's also YouTube themselves deeming your video not worthy of monetization. Like saying you're not, they don't believe that this video is good for most advertisers. And when I first got monetized, well, this is technically my second time because I was monetized before, and then they changed the rules saying you had to have 1,000 subscribers, which I didn't have, so they took it away from me. But when I got monetized again, a couple of videos, like current videos, they weren't monetized because YouTube deemed them as not friendly or something like that. I'm like, why not? Like, there was nothing in those videos. You just claimed it. It stinks. They can just claim a video without saying anything and make their case. Yeah, exactly. And this is where YouTube needs to get smart on that. They need to be able to detect if people are just making false claims everywhere. Like if somebody's just going on and making claim after claim after claim and they're turning out to be false, YouTube should stop them. They put all these controls to stop everything else. I mean, if you put up a video with content on there that's copyrighted, YouTube usually does do something about it right away. So why can't they stop these people? It's just weird that type of stuff is allowed. And yet, constantly I'm on YouTube and I see a lot of videos where somebody literally just uploaded an album, like a band, like a famous band's album, and then they monetize it. And I've seen that so many times where it's like, how are they getting away with that? They don't own that music. They can't just put up a Van Halen album and start making money off of it. But some people do it. There's like lots of channels out there where it's like the whole album is just their video and they put up a couple of slides or something, and then there you go. They're making, and they monetize it. Why are they getting away with that? That's bull. Yeah, that's kind of interesting. Some of his videos were labeled not suitable for all audiences, yet I'm a family friendly. Yeah, well that's the thing. Like I looked at the videos that they deemed not suitable. One of them was my talk with Patrick Hickey Jr., the guy who wrote The Minds Behind the Games book, and that was just a live chat. Like we were just talking with each other, and YouTube deemed that not suitable. But all my other live chats are fine. Like my live chat with Tommy Tellerico is, that got over 1,000 views and it's still going strong. So they didn't deem that. So I don't know. I really don't understand where the algorithm is picking up and saying this is not suitable. But there was a bunch. Yeah, evil and a bunch of stay a while, stay forever. I feel like I've been in here forever. I'm not gonna die. I'm not taking this game seriously. This one, though. So I know I lost so many times. Just kind of playing to fill some time here. Those now becoming a bad way to make us. Well, Google, yeah. And the other thing that was kind of worrying me with Google is like they're leading more towards the bigger YouTubers and the celebrities and stuff like that, which means they're gonna start to only favor them. Like they want people like Will Smith on YouTube. They don't want us on YouTube. They want the celebrities jumping on. Hey, Happy Beard Games, what's going on, man? They want the bigger YouTubers too. They want people who are already established. So when us little guys are trying to like make our videos, they just don't get shown. The algorithm just don't pick them up. I love the backflip in this game. Yeah, he's got some pretty good flips going on, Mr. Flippy. Actually, I just found out that this game's on the Switch, which is I've been thinking about downloading it. I think it was only like $18 or something like that. It was really cheap, so I'm really considering it because I do have it for the Wii, but the Wii remote thingy is just garbage for playing this type of game. Anyways, it's really hard. Like to do this piece here, you need to use the Wiimote and you need to like point with it, and I'm really terrible at that. Just saw you were live streaming on YouTube sidebar, so I snuck in. That's okay, I do that all the time. When views was a thing, they wouldn't verify anybody who wasn't already massive on YouTube. Oh, that's kind of crap. I mean, YouTube now, like, a lot of us came in at this point in time where it's just already huge. Like, YouTube is massive, and most of the people who have millions of views, millions of subscribers, have been doing it for like 13 years. And so, yeah, Conan stole my gaming views. Yeah, if you look on the trending tab, they have a trending tab, and you click on that tab, what do you see? You see Jimmy Fallon, Late Night with Jimmy Fallon, or whatever, or The Tonight Show, or whatever it's called. You see like all of that. You see celebrities. You see movie trailers. You don't see the YouTubers. You see that. Maybe you'll see of like a few YouTubers like PewDiePie and Keemstar, or whatever his name is, and some of the really, really big YouTubers. You'll see them appearing in there from time to time. Who is that guy? Guy who was like who went out into the woods and filmed a dead body or whatever. People like that. Yeah, I started YouTube at 4 or 5 years ago. Yeah, See, that's around the time when YouTube was really, really picking up. And yeah, you actually started in a good time because that was before a lot of the rules were implied. Now it's YouTube is just really like it's really deterring for anybody. Yeah, Jablinski, another example right there. Although I do like his channel and his videos. Yeah, I wonder why he did it though. Logan Paul, that's the guy. I wonder why he did that though. Why did Jack Black do that? Was he trying to prove something? Was just something he wanted to do? Like a lot of his videos, like they came out, had nothing to do with video games, and then he started to try to do some video game stuff, and it just seems like now they're just jokes. Yeah, he filmed that dead guy, apologized, and now he's back. Of course he's back, because he was making millions of dollars. That's why I don't play stuff like Fortnite. It's associated with trash. One day Google will run the world. Yeah, Google is Skynet or whatever. What is it called? The thing in Terminator. Is it Skynet? That's gonna be Google. They're gonna run everything. They already know everything about us. Don't forget Pro Jared. Oh yeah! I almost forgot about him. It's interesting because before that incident happened with Pro Jared, I kind of just started to watch some of his videos. Not long before, like not that far before that whole incident was pulled out, and you know, I thought some of his stuff was fun. I was like, I never heard of him before. I actually think the reason why I looked him up was there was I saw an ad for like a gaming convention, and his picture was there like, oh, he's going to be there in person. I'm like, who the hell is that guy? And so I clicked on the link and stuff, and I went to his video, and I thought, oh, okay, he's a YouTube guy. He did some pretty good videos of what was it, Final Fantasy and stuff. So I was watching some of his videos, but wow, I met him briefly at a convention last year. I have a picture of him with my friend and the completionist in a pic, and I edited out Pro Jared's face. That's funny. Breaking news, Google has become self-aware. Yeah, Google's going to become self-aware and fire all the staff off and just run itself. That'd be funny. Google is now the CEO of Google. I follow Buffalo Pinball, the real deal. When I see famous people, I say, I love pinball and Atari. It's like, you were so fake. Hey, Atari 2600 dude. Whoa, he's running slow again. I'd be glad if Fortnite's whole reputation is completely destroyed soon. I don't want it taking over the world. Well, either Fortnite or Minecraft. One or the other. Minecraft is another one where a lot of YouTubers, a lot of young YouTubers jumped on that one. I still don't fully understand Minecraft. I have it on the Switch because my daughter wanted it, but that was about it. I don't really get Minecraft. I don't get it. It's not, doesn't compute. Just don't get it. Like, is it a game? Is it a building thing? What the heck is it? It's a simulator? And with Fortnite, I'm not really into that type of stuff either. And a lot of people are saying, oh, you should download it because it's free on the Switch and all that. I'm like, ah. I think Fortnite is slowing down. I played a little bit, but I didn't get... But you have to, like, keep throwing money into it or something like that. Like, it's one of those games, like, you gotta keep paying, or you gotta pay for stuff, or else you're not gonna get very far. Me, I don't like those. I like games where you buy it and that's the game. You play it. You don't have to keep adding to it and spending money on it. And do love Minecraft. My daughter and I play. It's like Lego in a game. That's a good way to say it. The other one is GTA versus role-playing. Yeah, but I was thinking of grabbing the Impossible Mission one for the Switch. That might be kind of fun. I'm also considering Mario Maker 2 on the Switch, because I don't have the Wii U, so I could never play Mario Maker on that, because I just didn't have the system. But now I have the Switch. I've been really considering it. But I don't know if it's something I would enjoy for like a little bit and then just kind of get tired of it and never look at it again. And it's really expensive. Like the cost of it is kind of deterring me right now, because it's like, in our Canadian money, it's about $80 plus I'd have to pay tax on it, so I'd be like almost at $100 for that game. I don't know. Plus I believe you have to also be part of the online thing in order to play other people's courses and stuff. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready to pull the trigger on that one. But it does look cool. Just the ability to build my own Super Mario Brothers levels would be fun. But again, it's not like the good thing about Super Mario Brothers though is that you complete the game. Like you get through all the levels and then get to the end and win the game. Whereas Mario Maker is just endless different levels. So I don't think I've played Impossible Mission. I have Mission Impossible on the Game Boy. Yeah, Mission Impossible, different game. Yeah. That's probably based off the show, right? The Mission Impossible show or something like that. The original show that came out. Armed Core. Not familiar with that one. I'll check how my stream's looking. By the way, if you have Amazon Prime, there's a deal where you could get included the 1-year Nintendo Switch. Huh. Well, the other thing too is there's like I think with Mario Maker 2, I think if you buy it online, you can pay an extra $10 and you get a year of the Nintendo Online. Because the other thing that's cool about that is you get to play some of the Nintendo classics on it. But do I really need that? Because I can play those I can play those on my computer. I can play those on my real Nintendo. So I don't know. That's not really a big sell for me. I did, however, cave in and buy the Castlevania thing on the Switch. So I got all the Castlevania games on there. That's pretty cool. I like how it included the Game Boy games. I was almost contemplating not doing it because I do have them on the Nintendo. I do have them on the Game Boy. I do have them on my emulator on my computer. But I just thought that one, Castlevania, is always a good one to grab. It was a turn-based... Oh, on the Tom Cruise movie. The Mission Impossible movie. Is that the one that you're talking about? Yeah, because Mission Impossible used to be a TV show, and then it came out as a movie from Tom Cruise, and now they got like 5 or 6 of them. Yeah, the Castlevania thing is awesome. Alright, take care, No Swear Gamer. Thanks for coming by. Gonna go play some Genesis. Yeah, I need to do that too. I need to get into some more Genesis stuff. More Sega stuff. I'm playing too much Atari and Nintendo. I need to play a little bit more Sega. Do some Sega streaming. They had an update to it so you can play all the games in Japanese. Yeah, I heard about that. I think the thing that was messing me up, and I remember, I think it was RGT85 mentioned it, that the buttons are kind of different. Like they're not like the whip and the, what is it? The other button, the jump and the whip are kind of reversed on it or something like that. And I started to notice that. I was playing and I was getting confused as to what button to hit. And I think it just takes a little bit of time to get used to it. Because you get used to the Nintendo controller, right? Because you've played it on the Nintendo forever. Now all of a sudden you're playing it on this different controller where the buttons are kind of different. I kind of run into that with, streaming and playing things like this on the, this type of controller. It's not like what I'm used to. Huh. One of your favorite Sega Genesis games is surprisingly Michael Jackson's Moonwalker. I've only seen people playing it. I've never tried it myself. What's your favorite 2600 horror game? Huh. That's a good question. I'd have to think of a horror game that I don't know. It's a good one. Because I kind of like the haunted house. That's kind of fun. Where you have two little eyeballs going around. Hey, does anyone want to see Impossible Mission 1 and 2 on the Sega Genesis? That'd be neat. I know the one on the Switch, I'm pretty sure is the same one I have on the Wii. I'd be able to use the Switch remotes, or the Switch controller, which would be cool. Be a lot easier to play than that frickin' Wii remote. Anywho, I think I should be packing it in now. It's my time. It's 11:30 at night, so kind of like should be hitting the hay soon. But thanks everybody for coming in. It's been a pleasure. Happy Beard Games coming in at the end. And Evil Ubuntu. And I want to thank the two people that gave me the super chat today. That was really nice. We had sorry, I think you said you were Ryan, because you were logged in as a different name. I'm trying to go back through my. Well, you're logged in there right now as Riley Isabel. I think you said that's your daughter's name, but thanks a lot for the super chat. That was really cool. And James Campbell too for the super chat. I know he had to leave a little bit earlier on, but nice of him to come in and do the super chat. But anyways, yeah, I'm definitely gonna do this again one day. I'm going to do I'll probably do some more Atari 2600 games and maybe some Sega and some Nintendo. I don't know. I gotta start streaming some other stuff just for fun. And I'm working on. Well, I'm talking right now with another YouTuber to do another live chat that I might be setting up for Wednesday. So this coming Wednesday, I'm hoping I'm in talks with 8-bit Eric to see if we can put together a live chat. So that might be fun. I'm just waiting to see what his schedule's like. He said he's interested, so that'll be cool. And yeah, I don't know when I'll be streaming some more games. I kind of do this whenever I have a chance, whenever I have some time. So, it's just often there's no real schedule to it. But thanks everybody for coming in. A lot of fun talking, and too bad I couldn't complete this, but maybe next time. It's not an easy game. Anyways, take care, guys.